How's it going, lads? Marshall here, and welcome back to the FUT Champions on this channel. Today we play another batch of 10 games and go from 20 to 10 in the quest to do something decent in the FUT Champions. So far, we have been far from decent. Yes, it looks good on paper, but our performances have been shocking. 15 wins, 5 losses. Yes, the gameplay felt slow. Yes, it felt lethargic, but everyone feels the same. So I don't know what FIFA's done, but everyone's feeling the same. So I should be in the same boat, playing the same kind of level as everyone else, and I should be performing the same as everyone else. I should be doing 10 times better than I currently am. Goals scored 46, goals conceded 19, and a goal difference of plus 27. Now, one of the problems from this weekend is I've switched team a hell of a lot. So this is the team that we currently have at this moment in time. We have Neuer, Valencia, Smalling, who's very good on this game. Boateng, the best centre-back on the game. We have Alaba, Vidal, Sanchez. We have Pogba, Douglas Costa, Aubameyang, and Marco Reus. This is the team that I currently have. Like I said, I've switched and swapped so many teams. It's been ridiculous. So, lads, let's get into this batch of 10 games. So, into the games we go then, lads. My first opponent has Jamie Vardy, Alexis Sanchez, and Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's called WFC. Johnny messaged me after the game saying, "Good game, Marshall. Great game to him." I take the lead though. Pogba to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang slots it home to make it 1-0 in the game. The second half comes along. Can we get off to the perfect start? Wayne Rooney says no, smashes it home to make it 1-1. And look at this, lads. I passed the bloody ball. He doesn't pass it. It's slow, lethargic. It locks me on the wrong guy. I couldn't recover, and he makes it 2-1, 76 minutes in. And I just couldn't get another goal in the match. So in this batch of 10 games, we get off to the worst possible start, losing 2-1 in the first game. Like I said, good game to my opponent. It was a good game. I came close a number of times. He came close a number of times. Honestly, it was a very even match. My next opponent has a good looking side, but again, we take the lead. It's into Pogba. Pogba to Sanchez. Back to Pogba. Pogba finds Vidal, and Vidal makes up for the error in the last game and makes it 1-0. Second half comes along. Once again, my opponent comes forward, and my opponent scores. It's Dembele, making it 1-1, and I feared the worst because I thought it would go along kind of a similar lines to the last game. No, Pogba bundles it home to make it 2-1 in the game. Before we come forward yet again, Douglas Costa finds Aubameyang, using that great pace that he possesses, doing well, cutting inside, cutting it across, and it is Douglas Costa who prods home to make it 3-1 in the match. My opponent wasn't finished. He comes forward with Vardy. Vardy cuts it back. Lukaku's shot deflects, and he hits it on a beautiful volley, deflecting once again off Boateng into the back of the net. But as you can see there, lads, we do hold out, and we do get the victory. 3-2 in that game, and we are still in Silver 1, and we're looking to get into Gold 3 in this episode. Next opponent, Martial, Remy, Sissoko, the powerhouse. He's got Fernandinho at cam. That's a weird choice, and a Herrera in there. From my free kick this time, we laid off to Royce. Fake shot, and Royce smashed it home to make it 1-0. Very early, well, I say very early on, very late on in the first half, 44 minutes in, and that does win us the game. In that game, nothing happened, and I mean it. Absolutely nothing happened. It was the most boring game I have ever played on Ultimate Team. My next opponent has Son, Sterling, Batshuayi. On this game, in the FUT Champions anyways, you come against Son, you come against Sterling, all the bloody time. Aubameyang has the ball, plays out wide to Royce, back in Aubameyang, and he wins a penalty. That was very, very fortunate from the penalty spot. I missed, but the rebound is headed home by Arturo Vidal to make it 1-0 in the game. We counter-attack this time from his corner, and it's played through to Marco Reus, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he score? Yes, he can. He makes it 2-0 and surely rounds the game off. The second half, Captain Boateng, I think he's the captain anyways, he used to be the captain, makes it 3-0 in the game. So goals from Vidal, Royce, and Boateng win us the game 3-0, and we advance into Goal 3. Happy days, lads. We have made Goal 3. Honestly, the run I've been on, my good God, I did not want to come up against this team. He's got George Best now. He's got Hullet as well. And you see this with a lot of pros on this game. Black Mambas was the name, and he is a bit of a pro. He's a Gfinity player, and straight away in this game, 6 minutes here, he takes advantage of me being quite nervous in the match. It's Bale on the ball, lovely ball to Pogba, and Pogba makes it 1-0. I thought I was going to be on the end of a battering, but I did my best in the game. I came close loads and loads of times, and I just couldn't get the goal. It was a very even match, so against a pro, I did very, very well. My next opponent isn't a pro, but he's got Sterling at striker, Diego Costa, and Kante at cam. I see a lot of people rocking this recently. Tweet me your teams. A lot of people have been tweeting me, Kante at cam. Does it work in this game? The answer was no. Royce gets the only goal yet again of the match to win us the game 1-0. So already in this episode, we had 3 1-0 either victories or losses, and that advances us into 19/20 wins. My next opponent has Sturridge, Remy, Mesut Ozil, who I do rate on this game, Firmino at centre mid, Rooney at centre mid, and Kante at CDM. Sanchez finds Aubameyang, who gets challenged by Small, wins it back, gives it to Marco Reus in the area. What can I do? Pull off a bit of skill and slot it into the bottom corner to make it 1-0. I think it was past Courtois as well. On this game, Courtois is a bloody pillock. Honestly, he's so damn good, it's ridiculous. But in the second half, 71 minutes in, Aubameyang has the ball, spreads it out wide to Douglas Costa, who runs on into the area, cuts it back inside, and finishes off at the near post to win us the game 2-1, because my opponent does get a consolation goal. It's Ozil on the ball. He finds Sturridge, back to Ozil, back to Sturridge, and Sturridge scores to make it 2-1, and ensue a very nervous last few moments of the game. But we hold out yet again to win the game 2-1. We now have 20 wins. 21 is needed for goal 2. Can we get it in this game? Against Holmes, we come against Benzema, Ben Yedder, Iniesta, Andre Gomez, Rakitic, and Nzonzi. In this game, it was very, very tight very early on. It is Royce on the ball. Royce finds Costa, Costa into Pogba, and he finishes it from a cute angle to make it 1-0 in the game. And he goes into his customary celebration, the dab. Everyone hates that celebration on this game, but with Pogba, it's his default celebration, and with every player on this game, I do their default celebration. Aubameyang is a head flip, which you'll see every now and then with Aubameyang, but as you can see, my opponent in that game rage quit at 2-0, and we do walk away with the victory, and goal 2 has been achieved. The next target, goal 1, and the ultimate target, because I've lost so many games, is Elite. That should be the target all the time, but in this series, well, this weekend, it's going to be very hard to hit Elite, especially as I come up against this kind of team, and he does score early on in the game. Well, early on in the second half, I should say. Gareth Bale racing on through, and Gareth Bale makes it 1-0. Balls, absolute balls, and he celebrates like a tit. Take note, never celebrate like a tit in any game. Always respect your opponent, because in this game, he went down to 10 men. I hit the post there with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who came off the bench. He wins the penalty. Varane is sent off, and this gives me a chance to get back in the game. Can I score the penalty? Can I fuck? I missed it, and we are against it. 75 minutes in, it's Royce giving it to super sub. Zlatan Ibrahimovic gives it away, gets it back, finesses it, back of the net, gets in. 76 minutes in, we are back in the game. It forces extra time. Zlatan on the score sheet before. In extra time, Vidal wins it back. Nice 1-2 there with Ibrahimovic. Cuts it across, and it is Royce who makes it 2-1 and wins us the game. Like I said earlier on, never celebrate like an absolute tit, because your opponent, it riles them up, it makes them kind of have an incentive to get back in the game, to beat your ass, and that is exactly what I wanted to do in that game. So GG's to my opponent for kind of riling me up in the game where I needed to be riled up in. I won a penalty, he got a red card, and we just went on from there. My next opponent, I wish he riled me up, because I just wasn't up for this game. It was late on at night. Niang's through ball, finds Ever Banega. Banega makes it 1-0. Again, balls, absolute balls before he comes forward. Niang finds Muriel. My player, it wouldn't lock on, and that's one of the problems this weekend. Yet again, the locking on system seems to have kind of reset. I don't lock onto any balls, whether that is a loose ball, whether that is a pass to my player, I just can't seem to lock on. And unfortunately, lads, we lose yet another game. So overall, we have 21 wins, well, 22 wins. 25 is needed for gold 1. Lads, let's get into the stats. So then, lads, as stats are concerned, we have won 22, lost 8 times at this stage. That is the worst I have ever done in this series. It leaves us with a mammoth task of getting at least 7 wins out of the last 10 to get elite. That is the minimum target in this series, so we need to perform very well in our last 10 games. Honestly, at this moment in time, I just feel like I've let every single one of you down, so unfortunately, I do apologise for my performance this weekend. FIFA has felt very strange. 61 goals scored, that's not like me at all. Goals conceded 27, and a goal difference of plus 34. The all-time stats, 151. I am proud of that. We are over the 150 mark. Losses 39. Goals scored 447. Goals conceded 176. And a goal difference of plus 271. In terms of top goal scorer, Ibrahimovic, even if he comes off the bench, he still scores goals. Martial on 6. Douglas Costa on 5. Top assist, Douglas Costa now owns that. 8 for him. Ibra on 7. Martial on 7 as well. Most man of the matches goes to Ibra, then Ronaldo, then Douglas Costa. So, in terms of swapping teams, I'm going to keep it the same because I'm sick and tired of rage selling my team. So I'm going to try and keep it the same today. And lads, like I said, I do apologise for my performances recently. They just haven't been good enough. And like I said, I feel like I've let a lot of you down. So once again, I am sorry for that. I've got a lot on my plate at the minute, as some of you on Twitter will know. So I think some of that's kind of playing in the back of my mind as well. So anyways, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. And if you have, smash the hell out of that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. And as always, I will catch you all next time.